Craig Taylor. So I am the chairman of the board of directors for the Midwest Minority Supplier Development Council, and this is our annual luncheon. It's something that is a regular event, one of our cornerstone programs with the organization, and we're excited about the turnout today. Actually, we think it's exceeded our expectations.
And we had over 450 people, corporate sponsors, MBEs. We're really pleased to be a part of this and have Mr. Glenn Taylor talk to our group about what it takes to be successful in business. It's quite an opportunity.
We're going to be giving out a number of awards to Minority Suppliers of the Year and certainly Corporations of the Year. And also we're going to give some special recognition awards. We have what's called the Chairman's Distinguished Service Award, which will go to a couple of gentlemen who have been very instrumental in helping to move this organization forward.
This event was just a way to celebrate how those businesses work together in a very forthright and productive manner, and really just makes our community a much better place.
My advice to a small minority business, or just to any minority business, is to surround yourself with talented, experienced individuals that know a lot more than you do. I learn from them, they learn from me. We have an incredible relationship, and I think that you can draw upon everyone's energy, their knowledge, their expertise. It means a world of difference in the growth in your organization, and you also have that commitment once they've given some of their knowledge, their expertise, and they see that you accept it, you acknowledge it, and you actually utilize what they've told you. So I think that it helps a lot to surround yourself with extremely talented individuals, especially that have the same vision and have the same integrity that you have.
I congratulate and applaud all the minority business-owned owners here today. This event is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate your success. The country draws its strength from its diversity, and you have contributed immeasurably to the richness of our communities. Minority-owned businesses are a dynamic and they're a growing part of our economy, and today we're here simply to celebrate those gains. As we sit here today, we're celebrating 37 years of really building successful business relationships, and the momentum's still going.
MMSDC is one of the most viable and important business development institutions in our community. It has a long and rich history of success in supporting minority entrepreneurs. I think we all know that, which is one of the reasons why I fundamentally believe supporting MMSDC is a critical step toward unlocking the economic potential that resides within communities of color. And of course, and more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, it's been because of your continued support of this institution over the years. An institution whose primary goal has really been to foster economic empowerment and create wealth within the minority business community, because it stands as a beacon of hope for our young entrepreneurs of color, for our college graduates. You know, MMSDC can provide that platform for education, for networking, and for mentoring. Hopefully we will be able to help create the next generation of minority entrepreneurs.
We're very pleased to have Glenn Taylor this morning. Welcome.
The major thing, and I would say this to all of you that are in small businesses and you're trying to figure out how to grow them or get big. The major thing here, I would say, you are going to have to take some risks. And I think that's what shuts off most people. They're not willing to take the risk. If you're going to get ahead, it isn't just going to be, let's just walk. I don't know of a solution that I could tell you that is saying if you did this and this and this, you're going to be successful. Someplace in that line, you're going to have to take risks. And I took a bunch of risks. And, you know, I would put it this way. If your first risk, you are lucky, it really sets you up. If your first risk you fail, it's going to probably change your whole life because you're going to be afraid to take an additional risk. You're going to try to grow your business, understand your opportunities, and don't dabble in 4 of them all at the same time. Pick 1 or 2 that you think are the best and give it your full attention. Cut down your risks that way. The question is asked a lot of times, and I know this is like if I taught at a university, I could take it and make it a class for 3 months. But basically it says, okay, you're in business and somebody comes up to you and they say to you, okay, what should you be spending your time on and what's the most important? And I learned a long time ago, you don't have to say, well, it's going to be finance or it's going to be marketing. In every company you've got maybe 5 things that are really important, maybe 10 things. But the thing you work on is just the worst thing. Because the worst thing, the other 9 could be all really good, the worst thing limits all the other 9 how well you can do. So when in your company, you have to figure out, where are you the most vulnerable? Is it your people? Is it your marketing? Is it your finance? Is it your technology? Is it that thing? That's the thing that will hold you down. And all I can say to you, you will always have a worst. It won't be the same, hopefully. Hopefully you get on the worst and you move it up, but then there'll be another worst. So I'm just saying it's a very simple idea, but it's been very helpful to me. In the selection of leaders, I just can't tell you how important that is, who you surround yourself. The easiest way for a person like to me is to share that with you is the basketball or sports. It is without a doubt you can have a tremendous leader or a good person, but unless you have supporting people around that, you are never going to be the championship team. So it's the same, I found the same in business. It is really critical that the people that you select are good. So it starts out with you knowing your strengths and you knowing your weaknesses. If you know your weaknesses, that is your strength.
I'm Jean Crane. I'm Regional President for BMO Harris Bank. Today's event was just an exciting conclusion of everything that goes together for corporate business and small business owners to work together for really the health and benefit of our community in so many ways. I mean, the richness of what we have going on in this community with our corporate suppliers being met, the minority business owners being involved with our corporate entities in this community is rich and alive in many, many ways.
Hi, I'm Nat Jackson. I'm with Performance Management Resources, and I'm also a volunteer with MMSDC. Great event today. People learned how to collaborate, but most importantly, we heard from a very important business leader. This business leader is now the leader of the Taylor Corporation, and so there's always some learning that can occur when you have the opportunity to be in the presence of a person like Glenn Taylor.
I'm Dorothy Richburg, and my company is KCS, and I'm just overwhelmed by this award. It means a lot to me. For 25 years, to have all the highs and the lows and to be recognized by an incredible organization, the MMSDC, it just sincerely means a lot to me and our organization.
Today's event was astronomical. I love the bridging of the gap between the corporations, suppliers, and the council. And it's all about supporting the council because it really is the brainchild that enables suppliers to do business together, and it really marries up interests of the community as well as those who are part of and echo the sentiments of the Minority Supplier Development Councils.
I think the organization is extremely important to small business. I think that what they have to offer, the networking, the opportunities to be exposed and to actually involve yourself with organizations. I'm talking about world-class, Fortune 100, Fortune 500 organizations. It has a huge impact on what you can offer.
Well, Glenn Taylor basically talked to MBEs about when you start a business, how difficult it is to grow the business. You have to take risks to be successful. And I think that is something, even though you could be a $1 million company, $10 million company, or $50 million company, those things still are useful in our business every day. One of the things that he mentioned was that some of the things that he did to be successful is who he hired. He may not looked at someone with 8 years experience, but if he interviewed him and he liked him, that's who he went with. He's a people person. But also in businesses like myself, you have to someday get someone to run your operation. You cannot do it all. You can't be an autocrat. You have to be diplomatic when you deal with business issues. So I think Glenn was absolutely fantastic.
As we take what we learned here today in this event and use it for the betterment of our entire community and especially the minority business community.
I would say, first of all, join the MMSDC. I would also say to you that you need to look at what is your planning process. How do you connect the dots? How do you ensure that you can add value for generations to come and create wealth? If you want to do so, become a part of the Minority Institute here in Minnesota, because they are the group that will ensure that you are going to be enabled to make your dreams become reality.
How you doing? I'm Bob Rothenberg, and I'm with Think Diversity Now. We're putting together a marketplace that brings corporations and suppliers together with a bundle of services and tools. And I came out from Philadelphia today with the Vice Chair of the New England Minority Council to come out and support the regional council out here in Minnesota, because we believe that all the regional councils have some great opportunities to unlock value for corporations and themselves by pulling themselves together and creating business opportunities. And for me, it was great to hear speakers like Glenn Taylor come in and really talk about the advantages of creating opportunities and taking some risks in the marketplace to open up diverse spend. So that's why I'm here. I think it was a great event. It was good to see a lot of people come out from corporations as well as the supplier side and give those awards for being proactive based on their class of revenues and really try to bring business opportunities to the forefront.
I think for businesses, it's extremely important to give back, to give your time, your financial support, to believe in the organizations that are supporting you. You need to give back. I think also it also strengthens those organizations if you can give up your time and your expertise. If there's certain knowledge or skills that you have that you know that organization can take advantage of, it's really worth it, because you know it's going to make that organization stronger so that they can even support you even better. I think with the youth and our upcoming future leaders, I can't say enough about that. You know, my heart goes out to the youth all the time, and I try to do whatever I can do to support them, because I know without the youth and giving that support to them, you know, our tomorrow would be bleak. So we have to give back.
I am very proud over the last year that we've increased the attendance of all of our programs. In addition, that we've been able to impact the community more so than we have in years past.
And I think it's been part of our culture for a long time. We've been very fortunate as a company to build from a small business to a large business, and I think the opportunity to share with others is not only good for us, but obviously very helpful to them. And since I had the same kind of success from a small company, I'm glad to do it. I think today was very positive, great opportunity for me to meet people and possibly make contacts for the future.
All of you guys that know me, you know I believe in collaboration. I believe that all of us MBEs need to learn how to network and bring our resources together, because if we pool our resources, we become stronger. So I encourage each and every MBE to look for an opportunity to network and collaborate with your fellow MBEs. It only makes us a stronger community.
And we expect to continue to grow and impact the communities of color going forward.